Hi, everyone. Welcome to Club Rats. My name is John.
Faraz.
I'm Jesiah.
Had a couple weeks off here. We're gonna
We're back at it.
We're gonna dive into college football. The season is winding down here. We got about 2 weeks left of the regular season. Then we have conference championships. Then you get into the college football playoff, and then you get bowl games. So we're basically in the bottom third of the season here.
It's pretty crazy.
It went by fast. Really fast.
And then speaking of that, we're actually coming up on our 1 year anniversary because we started in the college football playoffs
correct.
last year. Yep. So our anniversary is in January.
We'll have to pop champagne bottles when we get to that.
I'm down for that. Faraz, we need you to drink.
Yeah.
You're going to come out of retirement.
I'll have in blackberry cucumber.
Mixed? So which conference are we starting with, John?
So we're not going to go back because college at this point, most of it's irrelevant. There's only you're looking at maybe 20 teams that have a chance still, 25 teams to make the playoff.
I mean, I think that's generous, but yeah.
Well,
probably
I'm just
within the mathematical realm of
Michigan and SC are like 18 and 16.
Do we expect either of them to be in the playoff?
If they win out, they're probably making it.
If Michigan beats Ohio State at the last game of the year, I think they're in.
If USC wins out, they will win at Oregon and UCLA. They're probably going to make it. And USC's got to play Oregon, so that's a big game. That's a big game. I mean, that's essentially an elimination game.
Well, the way
if USC.
I feel like Ohio State. There are a couple of spots that are pretty much already locked.
Yeah,
like Ohio State and Indiana are going to be in.
Well, Indiana doesn't. They only play one more game. They have a bye this week, and then they play Purdue,
which is
it's a win.
So in Bloomington.
so they are in.
Yeah,
like it doesn't matter what happens outside.
And Ohio State's in no matter what, even if they lose to Michigan.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yes. They play. Who do they play this week?
I mean, we could go over
I think it's
this.
Rutgers.
They just after the grueling game against UCLA.
All right, let's just start. I think this is the worst conference, so we're going to start there first.
Easily.
The ACC. Right now, you have Georgia Tech and Virginia. They're at the top. If they win out, if Georgia Tech wins out, they're in for sure. All they have to do is win out. Georgia Tech, in their last 2 games, they play Pitt. Now, when I mean win out, I mean their ACC schedule. So they play Pitt. If they win that, they're in the ACC championship game.
Isn't Virginia top of the ACC right now?
They're second.
They're tied. They're both 6-1, but
Yes.
Georgia has the tiebreaker.
Now, Georgia Tech,
sorry.
their last game is against Georgia.
Oh.
Which is like a nothing game because both of them could be. I mean, Georgia is basically a lock to make the playoff if they win out. I don't know who they play next. We'll look at who they play. But Georgia Tech, if they beat Pitt, they're in the ACC championship game. So the Georgia game doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
On paper, but it is a rivalry game, and you're playing for seeding. If Georgia Tech beats Pitt and Georgia in their last 2 games, I mean that would be massive to beat Georgia Tech. To beat Georgia,
it'd be
impressive.
Gigantic. I think that would probably put them in locked territory regardless.
To make the play, exactly. So I'm saying that game doesn't mean anything. If you win that game, you almost have. I think they should be put in the playoff at that point.
Over a team like Miami.
But then that would also open up. Yeah. So if Georgia Tech becomes a lock and they lose in the ACC championship game,
you take 2 teams. Then
you take 2 teams from the ACC.
Damn. So
the worst conference we'll get to
behind Georgia Tech, Virginia, then you have Pitt, SMU, and Miami, and Duke is still technically alive. Very almost impossible that they can make it. But so here's the scenarios for each team. For Georgia Tech, if they beat Pitt, they're in. For Virginia, if they beat Virginia Tech and SMU or Cal, SMU loses to Cal or Louisville, and Pittsburgh loses to Georgia Tech or Miami, they're in. This week.
You sound like a crazy conspiracy theory.
It's absolutely.
I'm trying to.
That's why I want to do a show on it because this is a show. It's stupid. I guess what the college football people would say, oh, it's good because everybody has a chance still. You're still playing, but it's kind of crazy. So Virginia, they need to beat Virginia Tech. They need SMU either needs to lose to Louisville or Cal, and then if Pittsburgh loses to Georgia Tech or Miami, Virginia's in.
I see the loading symbol above your head.
For Miami to make it.
I'm trying to
for Miami to make it.
It does help having it in front of you too.
And Miami's a ranked team and they're on the bubble. They're 13 right now. So Miami's a little bit, that's big. Miami needs to beat Virginia Tech and Pitt. So they need to win out. They need Virginia to lose to Va Tech. They need Pitt to beat Georgia Tech. They need Duke to beat North Carolina. They need SMU to beat Louisville, and they need Cal to beat SMU, and they need Wake Forest to beat Duke.
So what it sounds like, Miami it's a long shot.
Miami's not making it. They basically need a 17 parlay to hit. So I'm
well, if you ask Fernando, he put 500 on it.
you're right. I'm essentially eliminating. I mean, so of all intents and purposes, they're done.
I believe they're done.
I think they're done.
Yeah,
they're basically done.
It's crazy. After we crowned them a few weeks, like a month ago, we're like, Miami's the real deal.
Now, let me say this.
Fell off of a cliff.
The bone I have to pick.
The Louisville game.
Yeah.
Killed them. The bone I have to pick, though, with this college football committee, I don't understand why Miami is ranked behind Notre Dame when they beat Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They both have 2 losses. I know their strength of schedule, but all this says to me, well, this doesn't even make total sense because it's not like Miami's a nothing brand. They're not as big as Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a bigger brand. But it's
the U.
It's basically these guys are in a room and they just pick who they want to play. So why do we play these games? What's the point of this? Like, what is the point of why did Miami and Notre Dame play if you're just gonna have the same record and you're gonna pick Notre Dame? Who cares?
It's kind of crazy because I feel like they went away from that, the computer model from forever ago to kind of go to implement this sort of mixed test. But
they're going backwards.
Yeah,
It's evolving, I think.
But they are going back into that because there's no explanation for that other than like if you're factoring in strength of schedule and things of that nature. But
the number one
head-to-head.
But they even say that the committee says this. The number one thing we look at is head-to-head
matchup.
So you just totally that doesn't count in this scenario. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Now what they should say if they're being honest, Notre Dame's not that good, but they carry a lot of viewership on TV. So we want them on TV. That's what we want. Just say that. Just say that.
In the country, they're
one of the major networks.
Love.
But Jesiah, I just watched Notre Dame play Boston College.
It wasn't great.
How do they look that much better than Michigan or SC or Miami? I mean, other than their Notre Dame, like what? It's not.
I mean, it's not great.
That's what I mean. They're just there because they want to put the brand in. Okay, for Pitt to make the ACC, theirs is much more tangible here. You have. If they beat Georgia Tech and Miami, so if they went out, which is probably not going to happen, but at least they control that. They have to play those 2 teams. They would need SMU to lose to Louisville or Cal, and they need Virginia to beat Virginia Tech, which I don't. It's still 3 things. I don't see that happening. I don't think Pitt
3-team parlay.
Pitt just got smoked by Notre Dame. So
yeah,
Notre Dame's really good.
Yeah, SMU. I'm not saying Notre Dame sucks. I'm not saying Notre Dame shouldn't be in. Put them in still, but like make them 12 or make them 13 and make Miami 12. I'm just saying make Miami 1 spot higher.
That's
all I'm saying.
We have a viewer who I'm going to call them kitten fingers, and they're probably going to be watching this. They're a huge Notre Dame fan, so that's why
Who is this?
It's a colleague.
Okay, cool. What do you have to say?
He just likes the show.
Does he like Notre Dame?
He loves Notre Dame.
I mean,
that's why I was like, get as much like Notre Dame bashing in there.
I don't hate Notre Dame.
They won me a lot of money this
Notre Dame is very similar to Michigan in terms of everything. I don't. So they're kind of the same in a lot of ways. They're very similar.
Well, Notre Dame has a hot coach.
Yeah. But physically or in winning?
Physically.
I mean, well, he was rumored. Oh, by the way, breaking news: James Franklin's at Virginia Tech.
Oh yeah,
we had to bring that up.
I feel like that was the dots.
Freeman was a name though, like LSU, Florida. There are these SEC schools trying to steal him. I like Freeman. Actually, I don't dislike Freeman. My problem with Notre Dame, I don't like their quarterback, and it's not because it's C.J. Carr, who's Lloyd Carr's grandson. His brother, by the way, decommitted from Miami of Ohio and just committed to Michigan. So the Carrs are one Carr at Notre Dame and one at Michigan.
I did actually see that.
It's pretty cool, actually.
He's a 3-star.
He's a 3-star. He's actually bigger than the one at Notre Dame. He looks better, but I don't know why he's not as highly regarded. So I don't know. It's weird.
I mean,
they went to the same high school at Saline, Michigan. I mean, it's not really that's not a powerhouse. But anyway, Notre Dame. I'm not saying they're not worthy of making the playoff. That's fine, and to be fair to Notre Dame, they lost to Texas A&M by a point, and they lost to Miami by a field goal. They lost 2 games by 4 points. They're not bad.
No,
but Miami should be ranked higher than them. They beat them.
They beat them head to head.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
It was in Miami too, though. Which
it was,
matters.
but they still won though.
Yeah, they won.
They won the game on the field, and you can't ever get away from that.
Them not being in the conference obviously helps their case too.
Michigan might be in that same boat here because they're talking about leaving the conference, leaving the Big Ten.
Because it'll honestly help them.
Well, it's not to make the playoff. It's because of the private equity deal.
Scandal, you said, right?
Not a scandal, a deal. So the Big Ten was talking about selling like 10% of the stake or whatever of the league, which I don't even know.
I don't even know what that
is legal because most of the teams in the Big Ten are
who would they sell it
to?
They're all public except Northwestern and USC's private.
Yeah,
Michigan is a public school in name, but it essentially operates as a private school. They only get like, the professor told me when I was going to school there, they only get like 18 cents of their dollar from the state of Michigan. Everything else is from private funding. So they are public. They're a public school, but they're not the same as like Michigan State or like Ohio State. Who are giant, massive public schools. Purdue's public.
So as a Michigan fan,
Northwestern's private, USC and Michigan's like quasi.
So John, as a Michigan fan, do you want them to leave the conference? Do you think that will help your guys' case moving forward?
I don't think so.
I think you guys staying in conference.
There's history to this. In 1907, Michigan left the Big Ten because they wanted to pay players then, meaning they wanted to give them scholarships. So, and I'm a Michigan homer, but there is no college football without Michigan. The sport is rooted in a lot of decisions they've made. From a marketing standpoint, their athletic director in the 60s, Don Canham, was the guy who thought of let's have a 100,000 seat stadium. Let's put AstroTurf in. Like, he modernized the game from a branding standpoint to where it is to this point. Yeah. This happened 60 years ago. So when Michigan does make a move like this, there is usually a ripple effect. So in 1907, they left the Big Ten because they wanted to pay the guys, meaning give them scholarships. Yeah. The league didn't want to do it. So they left the Big Ten and said, we're out of here. We're going to go independent. And then they came back in 1917. So it wouldn't shock me if Michigan left, because what this private equity deal is basically doing is we're selling 10% of we're 100% pie. We're going to send 10% of Michigan to this private equity firm. And you don't really have.
Here you go.
They can sell it to then anybody.
Anybody, yeah.
And they're only giving, I think it was $100 million per school, which sounds like only $100 million.
I think the total it was $1 billion,
but split 18 ways. Well, no, there was tiers. So there's another part of it. Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State are in the top tier, and then they put like USC and Oregon in the middle tier, which they're upset about.
Of course.
But the logic is they've only been in the Big Ten like 2 years. I'm telling you, Michigan's been in the Big Ten since 1917.
Would this be an outright like, hey, here's your $100 million, or would this be
they get the money right there?
Okay.
Which that's why you can see the incentive for some of the smaller schools.
Like Purdue and Michigan State struggles with money. These programs that don't have the cash, they're like, look, we'll just sell our soul for it.
It sounds like a lot. It's really not. There's players that get paid $10 million alone.
$200 million. If it's, let's say it's $200 million, it's a lot of money. I'm not $200 million. But
for these schools,
for schools, it's not that much money. It's not to sell your rights forever.
Yeah,
potentially.
That's only going to cover you in NIL deals for 5 years.
And these are not,
the
Big Ten is, you're talking about programs that have been around forever. I mean, even we make fun of like Purdue or Indiana, but they've been in college football for 80 to 100 years. Like they're not just nothing to just sell your rights away. So I commend Michigan and USC kind of standing ground and not doing it. I think it's good. And the commissioner, Petiti, was trying to do retaliation against Michigan. Again, so and with the whole sign stealing thing, the way we were treated by the Big Ten, Michigan, they don't need much to get a push to get out of the Big Ten right now. And then I look at it from a scheduling standpoint. If we get out and we could play a Notre Dame schedule, where we schedule,
they'd go independent.
We go independent, play the quasi ACC games.
That's a lot of money. They'd have to negotiate, their own media.
No, but when they play Notre Dame, they just split the money with Notre Dame. They would get, like, Notre Dame gets all their TV deal from NBC.
But where does where would Michigan be in terms of media rights? Who would be? They're
the number one viewed team every year in college football. That's just a fact.
Yeah, but
I'm not exaggerating.
It would be hard to. I mean,
in the biggest 10 games last year, they were in the top 3 most viewed. So they're just as big as Notre Dame. In the long run, it's probably bigger, honestly.
In the long run, that's going to equal out more than the $200 million per se,
and
if they're
frauds.
getting their chunk of the pie from
I'm saying we
the
go
deals, you know?
I'm saying we go independent. You know the ACC would love to have them.
Big 12.
Big 12, and you know the SEC would take them in a
SEC,
minute.
yeah,
if the SEC
SEC
got Michigan, how big of a coup would that be?
Yeah.
They basically could take over the sport at that point. So
Would college football as a whole allow Michigan to go to SEC though? Because they already have.
they have no say. If they want to leave,
Want to, yeah.
and the SEC's on board for it, they can go. There's nobody that can stop them. In this current environment,
This is part of.
that's why we're so messed up.
This is kind of making their own bed and then having to sleep in it, because now when you don't have the NCAA is they have no power. It's all rooted within the conference.
what I've been seeing though so far, a lot of the other opposing, like Ohio State, there's been Ohio State fans commending Michigan for this.
Yeah,
Because they're like, this is smart. Because we're actually protecting Ohio State
Yeah.
and Michigan State and Penn State. In a way, we're actually protecting them in a way.
Yes,
We're
absolutely.
protecting them from themselves.
Yeah, honestly.
We really are. I mean,
it's protecting. You're protecting the sport and from basically just from people who just want to get more money.
And none of this would happen until 2036. So we're still 11 years away. We're not close. But if we knew it was happening, it still would be a big deal. If Michigan was leaving, it would be a big deal.
Oh yeah.
50 years old.
But anyway,
That's
that's the
wild.
big thing there. Let's go to the Big 12 here. The Big 12 is a little bit simpler than the ACC. The ACC is a freaking nightmare.
You know what's a freaking nightmare?
What's that?
The Mountain West Conference.
Yeah.
Actually, it's.
What a fall from grace for UNLV. We had hopes that they were going to win.
But I mean,
They were 6-0 and they
might finish the regular season 10-2.
Yeah.
which is great.
Which is great, but like
It doesn't matter.
They're not
I mean,
a
it
playoff-
should matter.
They're not a playoff team.
Well, I don't think any Mountain West team is.
I mean, they just don't have a defense.
But I don't think anybody from the Mountain West.
I agree.
Yeah, I think it's
It's
gonna
kind of a
go
down
to-
year in the Mountain West.
It's going to go to an American Conference team.
Okay, so the Big 12, their Big 12 championship scenario, Texas Tech, they're at the top of the conference, they're 7-1, and then BYU second. So if they
Pretty comfortably too.
if they both win out, they're in. Now, if BYU loses, you have Utah at 5-2, you have Houston at 5-2, and you have ASU at 5-2.
They did beat Utah though.
And they beat ASU, right?
Yeah.
So you would have, and I don't know if they played Houston.
I don't think they played.
So I feel like BYU, let me go to their scenario here.
BYU's probably pretty safe. I'm not saying it's a lock by any means.
Okay,
but
so
them being the next two options, I think they're pretty set.
I got it right here. BYU, if they win the final two games they're in, if Arizona State and Houston each lose their games this week, or that they're in. So if ASU loses or Houston loses, they're in. Or if ASU loses to Colorado and Utah beats Kansas State, BYU's in.
Utah should be Kansas State.
So
They should, yeah.
to me, this looks like it's going to be BYU versus Texas Tech. And didn't Texas Tech beat BYU 27-9? So
that was their one loss.
they kind of killed them though. They beat them up pretty good. So I would
probably wager Texas Tech.
I would like Texas Tech, and that game will be in Dallas.
Oh,
It's basically
It's at the Cowboys Stadium.
so yeah.
So you have to
Yeah,
like
man.
Texas Tech in that matchup.
Although
Although
BYU's one of those teams that they're going to travel and they're going to like.
I've watched the Big 12 championship games like the last 5 years. They've been really entertaining games. Like even last year, I mean, Arizona State, people thought that Iowa State was going to win that game, and Arizona State took them apart. You don't know what's going to happen in that game. It'll be worth watching. And whoever wins that, for sure, is in the playoff.
Last year, ASU did have Scatterboo. though.
They did. Did you see him at WrestleMania or whatever?
I did.
He was fighting.
ASU's actually, speaking of them, they look like they're about to lose their quarterback.
Yeah.
Looks like he's shopping to get into the portal.
Levitt.
I hate that, man.
It sucks.
It sucks.
This is
Which coach
ruining
said that?
college
It
football.
is.
It
Yeah,
sucks.
which coach said that after he announced that he's leaving them? I forget which coach it was. He was like, "This is why NILs is ruining college football. Like, you can't build anything."
You can't.
No, you can't.
I mean, he hasn't announced officially, but like when there's smoke, there's fire.
There's fire.
The only teams that can kind of build stuff, if you do have money, you can kind of still stockpile players here and there. Like, I mean, Michigan's playing on their offensive line 2 freshmen right now. If like those guys could easily play somewhere else, but we had enough money to pay them
to basically
$200,000 a year to just
Yeah,
stay around
stay
and
around.
develop. Whereas like
Being around.
If you're Purdue, that kid's going somewhere else.
It sucks. But yeah, it just
Or
sucks.
Iowa, It
And
does.
We're talking about they're a power conference school.
It always keeps
So imagine like even at the lower levels when you're talking about the
It's
group of
worse.
5 or whatever,
It's even worse.
you have no chance of retaining.
Anybody that's any good, if you're like on a MAC team or Mountain West team,
Mountain West team, they're gone.
USC,
You're looking for these conferences for the NIL deals.
USC has UNLV's quarterback. If we're being honest, I mean, 10 years ago, he'd probably still be playing at UNLV.
Yeah, he's a local kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes to SC. He's gone. He's good. Like he's a legit player. So it does. I hope this isn't the college football we get forever. I hope there's something that makes
some type of development.
Well, just from the way they pick the playoffs,
Almost like a contract, right? Like, hey, you have to play here for 2 years.
they got to do something with it because it's way too crazy right now. It's absolutely insane. Okay, the SEC is pretty nuts too right now.
Oh yeah.
With their championship game scenario. And then here I am with these conference championship games. Do you even really want to play in the game? Because I don't really see the benefit in playing in the game.
Almost.
It's
for
only
for these power teams. No, unless
Like the only way I can
bragging
justify
like an
it is if
ACC team.
well, like okay, Michigan's a bubble team, right? And let's say we're saying if they beat Maryland and they beat Ohio State, could they be in? It's not a lock. But if they made the Big Ten championship game and they beat Indiana, then they would be.
But I feel like if you make the Big Ten championship,
you should be in the
you
playoff.
should probably be in the playoff.
But if they lose, they'll be a 3-loss team, and they don't put them in. Then
Yeah, it would be weird.
were we just better off
So
not even
you're
making
penalized.
it?
Yeah, you're being
It's
penalized
stupid.
for
That's what
having
I'm saying.
that extra game.
They don't. College football does not make sense right now.
I mean, but then on the flip side, like we were talking about earlier, the ACC could potentially get 2 teams in if Georgia Tech wins out, and then
Miami beat them.
Miami beats them in the championship game.
yeah. Yeah, imagine
So, like,
that.
if you're a Miami fan, you'd be like, "Yeah, the conference title game rules,"
Because you made it.
Because you made it.
Yeah. Okay, the SEC at the top right now, you have A&M and Georgia. But so Georgia, Ole Miss, and Alabama all have 1 loss.
Mm-hmm.
Of that 3, Alabama has the tiebreaker. So if everything stays pat, it would be A&M versus Alabama, which I think would be a good thing for Georgia because they don't even have to play, and they're for sure in still. They're a lock.
I would say so.
So, and Ole Miss, the same for them. If they win out, they're in.
That's another interesting kind of story
So-
that's ongoing. Speaking of Ole Miss, just the whole
Yes,
the interest around Kiffin.
Kiffin is looking. He could be
LSU is
LSU, Florida. I haven't really heard much about him with Penn State. I'm kind of starting to think, who's Penn State going to hire here? I think
they're in a very similar stage as the Knicks were. Like they fired someone, then don't really have.
Yeah, there's the
you don't
money.
have like a
they
home
don't know
run
who they're
hire.
gonna get.
There isn't a whole lot.
Even Lane Kiffin, like you get him. I mean, I think he's okay,
Oh, he's solid, and he is a name.
but he has never won anything. He's the same thing as James Franklin.
Yeah, true.
Where's his conference championship? Where's his national championship? You don't
And
have
also,
it.
what's the contract they're going to pay him? Are they going to pay him $10 million a year?
Brian Kelly's available.
you're gonna. I mean, do you want Brian Kelly?
You might kill someone.
He would take the Penn State job.
I don't know if he'd take it right now because of the lawsuit that he's going to be filing against LSU.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think he's going to be working.
Yeah.
As an aside.
If I was Penn State, I wouldn't hire Brian.
His name is getting dragged through the mud.
I think Brian Kelly's done.
I kind of
could
think
be.
he's done too. I think his name's dragged through the mud too much. You know,
If Texas were to beat A&M, things can get dicey in the SEC.
they could get real spooky.
But essentially, you have your top 4 teams right now. One, it's going to be A&M, Georgia, Ole Miss, or Alabama. That's going to make up the SEC championship game. The Big Ten, the big time Big Ten. If everything stands pat, which most likely will happen, you're going to have Indiana versus Ohio State.
That's great.
They're both undefeated. Whoever wins that game is playing for the number 1 spot in the tournament. I would say.
See, in that case, like the conference championship game is something that, would make sense on paper.
And they did not play each other in the regular season either. So it would be at least a new game.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it'd be a new game, and it would be like at least the winner could stake claim to like we were the best team in the Big Ten that season.
Yeah. It did so much for Oregon last year.
Yeah.
And see, this is what I'm getting at with these conference championship games. It kind of,
ultimately it doesn't matter.
College football, they need to fix this in a way. Like the way they do, I think they need to copy more what college basketball does. I would release all the teams, all the games, the last Sunday or whatever of that season, instead of having this show, because then all this committee does is just put out their mistakes, and then they have no way to defend it once you get all the way to the end, because they're going to do something controversial.
Oh, 100%.
They're basically setting themselves up to fail. Now, what they would say, we're making the sport relevant, we're talking about it, but I think people would still talk about it. People talked about college football all the time.
Yeah,
it's not like they're going to talk about it.
It's not like college football didn't exist.
Exactly. So
in conversation.
I don't know. I think they got to fix these conference tournaments, their championship games, because they don't matter really. The scheduling is a major problem. Like, I'll use Michigan as an example. They played Oklahoma. If we would have scheduled Northern Illinois that week and we won that game, Michigan right now would almost be like a lock to make the playoff. They'd be 9-1. They'd be playing undefeated Ohio State. And if they lost that game by a field goal, they'd be 10-2 at the end of the year. And they'd say, they
were close.
They should have got it. They'd be like Notre Dame. And I don't know. And that's not good. Oklahoma and Michigan should play. You should want to see good games.
Yeah.
So they need to figure this out, because it's not. It's not great.
Just as an aside, I think Master P's kid just checked into the game for Houston.
Well, make them say,
I'd even make them say,
Mercy Miller.
If Michigan beats Ohio State and beats Maryland, and Oregon beats SC and Oregon beats Washington, Michigan will be in the Big Ten championship game.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Well, and the crazy thing is, when you look at all those scenarios, it's not. I think SC is going to lose to Oregon this week. They're going to Oregon. I like Oregon in that game. I mean, it's a toss-up type game. Oregon's a small favorite.
I'd say Oregon.
But Oregon's a favorite. Would I be shocked if SC went to Seattle and lost a tight game? I wouldn't be totally sure. It could happen. I mean, it's not impossible. And then Michigan has to beat Ohio State, which we've done the last 4 years. I mean, it's not impossible.
Always comes back.
It does though, because if these Ohio State people want to act like it doesn't matter. If you go into a game and you think you can beat that other team, that kind of stuff does matter. And if you've done it, that's a whole different thing.
Yep.
If you played at Michigan 4 years and all you've done is beat them every year, you're thinking going to this game, and we're at home, we could win this game. Like, it's not that crazy.
You've done it with a very similar crew as you had last year. Like, the crew this year is not that different.
I would say it's different. The result, the production isn't that much different. But, like, Underwood, he showed you in the Northwestern game, the first quarter he was amazing. He had 9 passes in a row. He had, like, almost 200 yards, I think 150 yards passing in the first half. Then he throws 2 picks in the second half.
Made it a game.
And then he throws the game-winning throw to get him in field goal position to win. Like, Davis Warren never had that. He was just kind of bad the whole season.
Yeah.
Underwood's 18. I mean, but you're right. It's not like our offense is amazing.
It's not that different.
No.
From last year, you guys were able to win.
Ohio
State's offense hasn't looked great all year. I'm not convinced on their offense. Their defense has been great, though. So that's where...
We don't have Grant and Graham. Those are the guys that won the game last year. And they're not here. They're playing in the NFL. So that could be a problem. But that's all I got for college. I mean, there's a lot of... It does... I will say this with the playoff, as much as I don't like it, it does... It gives more teams a feeling, okay, hey, if we... Like I'm sitting here saying, we went out. If SC wins out, they're going to the playoff. So you have more to play for in that sense, I guess.
A chance.
But in reality, most of this crazy stuff isn't going to happen. Probably not.
Well,
maybe only one of them, one
just like in Arizona State last year.
Yes. And that you will, of all these scenarios we went through, one will probably happen. One crazy one will probably happen.
So you have 12 spots, 11, for the major conference, and then I'm going to pencil in, I think right now Tulane is the group of 5 team that's projected to come out.
That's what I've heard as well.
So you have 11 spots at that point.
Because Memphis lost last week. They're done, right?
Yeah.
They're out. The Mountain West doesn't have a contender.
Well, there's the Mountain West. It's like you have Boise, who lost to San Diego State. So San Diego State's in the driver's seat right now to win the Mountain West, or at least to be
what would be the Mountain West championship game?
Right, because you have 4 between Boise, San Diego State, UNLV, and Hawaii.
Okay, San Diego State is 5-1 in the conference, so they're clearly the number 1 team. Then you have Fresno State, Boise State, New Mexico, UNLV, and Hawaii.
Oh yeah, New Mexico. That's right.
All at 4-2. So UNLV wants to win this game Friday.
Yeah, it's
against
huge.
Hawaii, because that would give another loss to Hawaii.
They're only a 3-point favorite.
Hawaii's pretty good.
Hawaii's not bad. They
I
beat UCLA.
actually like UNLV here.
New Mexico finishes at Air Force, and then they play San Diego State. So
Yeah, so New Mexico, that's a big game. New Mexico is actually really
they
impressive.
have a chance to make it. Wow. And we ended with UNR.
Which we should pound them into dust.
Yeah.
But that's, it's a rivalry game. So
We've
you never
lost
know.
in horrifying
Horror,
ways.
yeah.
No, I'm not kidding.
There's a
UNLV's
time-
had some. You talk about heartbreaking, crushing losses. They're Reno.
Oh,
UNLV
yeah.
has a million of them.
Or embarrassing.
Or just totally embarrassed too.
like
yeah,
when,
not even
when they
showing
had
up.
Kaepernick, like I
yeah.
thought Reno could score 100.
Yeah, they easily could have scored 100.
Yeah.
No, this is
It's
awesome.
it's actually a great week for. If football in general, but the Mountain West, it's a dogfight this
It is.
weekend. Every game, it's a game. I mean, even though Boise's favored by 6.5 points against Colorado State, they might not cover that. It
Nope.
could turn into a game.
So there's
San
no
Jose, San Diego State.
there's no way a 2-loss Mountain West team gets in. Probably.
No.
Right now, I think they're cannibalizing each other.
How many?
Yep.
Because Boise had no losses last year, right? Were they undefeated?
Yeah,
Or did they lose once?
one. I forget
In
who
the
they lost to. I
conference?
think they lost one.
I thought they were undefeated.
I thought they were
they
undefeated.
lost to Oregon by 3.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
which
Oregon.
was like the second week or
Yeah.
something, right?
And then they ran the table. So I mean,
You actually called that for us. You called that like a month and a half ago. They're all eating each other.
Yeah, it's in a way it's good. Well, not really because the Mountain West is dead after this year, or it's going to be totally different.
yeah. What will the conference be?
San Diego State and Boise are gone.
To the
The
Pac-12.
Pac-12, and it, with Utah State.
Utah State's going to the Pac-12 too.
Yeah, Utah State, Colorado State,
Pac-12.
Pac-12,
What about Fresno State?
and Fresno State.
Jesus, so we're losing the whole conference.
So
Who are we picking up? It's going to be UNLV, New Mexico,
Northern
Hawaii.
Illinois.
Northern Illinois is joining the Mountain West.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I'm about done with college. This is stupid.
Yeah, Northern Illinois.
Northern Illinois is in the Mountain West. the
Northern
mountains
Illinois.
of Northern Illinois.
Yes.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my
Northern
life.
Illinois
This is so stupid.
is going to be in the Mountain West.
They're not bad, but
UTEP.
no, they're actually
not bad either.
It just doesn't make sense.
UTEP actually has the former #1 recruit in the country, but he's not playing.
I liked that for Mountain
quarterback.
West though to get into Texas like that.
That's why they did it.
Yeah. You still have Air Force, Wyoming, San Jose, and Reno.
And yeah, Reno.
Wow, what a
and then
conference. Why didn't UNLV just go to the Pac-12?
Mountain West offered them more money to stay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right.
Which games do you want to?
NFL?
No, which games do you want to cover for this
Northern
week?
Illinois. They're getting Grand Canyon and UC Davis, but Grand Canyon and UC Davis are not football programs.
Yeah, it's just basketball.
Basketball.
Which spreads or games
Okay,
that
so
you like this week?
ACC, so Miami at Virginia Tech. This is a must-win for Miami, as we were saying, if they want to contend. SMU, Louisville. That's an elimination game, essentially. SMU needs to win that if they want to make the ACC tournament or championship.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Syracuse, Notre Dame. Notre Dame needs to win that game if they want to make it. If they don't, they're out.
They're 36-point favorites. They probably will.
They'll win it. Georgia Tech, Pitt. That's a must-win for both teams, either or. Whoever,
It's crazy Pitt's not ranked, and they're like,
Well, they just got smoked by Notre Dame last week.
but they have a chance to still.
They do. They have a chance.
win.
Yeah, they do. Absolutely.
It's
If they win out,
kind of a trappy game. Like everyone's going to take the ranked team in this week. I think Pitt might win.
I wouldn't be shocked either.
That might be my underdog pick.
Georgia Tech has not looked amazing this year. Even in their wins, they've won very close games.
Yeah.
Okay, Big 12, big games here. TCU,
Well-
Houston. If Houston wants to still stay alive for the Big 12, Houston needs to win that game.
Same with Utah versus Kansas State.
Cincinnati is not out of the mix either for the Big 12 championship, and they play BYU. So if BYU loses that game, that would be
It's only 2.5 point spread, and
it's at Cincinnati.
since he's at home.
So
BYU has been just
It's
getting
one of
by
those.
too.
Yeah, it's one of
They
those
have been
teams that you
dominant.
just feel like they're going to lose this week. They're going to lose this week. They're going to lose this
Every
week.
week, I think we chose the other side, and BYU kept winning, but not convincingly.
Yeah,
He
and
won
then,
the
they,
Holy
and then
War
they
game.
actually it was a pretty one-sided affair against Texas Tech.
True.
Okay, SEC. This is the week where nobody plays anybody really. Texas A&M's playing Samford. Wow.
God.
Georgia's playing Charlotte.
Jesus.
Big games.
Alabama's playing Eastern Illinois.
What is going on?
They do this before the
I know
they always do this crap. Okay, the big games here. I mean, obviously those teams need to win. You can't lose those games. That would be huge if they lost. Oklahoma, Missouri.
That's a big game.
Ranked, but I guess if Oklahoma wants to still stay in the mix, they have to win that. But that's a good game. If Oklahoma wants to stay in the playoff, they need to win that game.
Yeah.
That's a big game for that. And let me actually say, I'll be rooting for Missouri in that game because that would get them out. That would help Michigan because we lost to Oklahoma. They had 3 losses. So go Mizzou Tigers. Vanderbilt is 8-2 against Kentucky. If they want to still stay in the mix, they better win that game.
I hope they do because that'd just be a cool story.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt.
And that's pretty much it. There's nothing really else. I'm not going to talk Auburn, Mercer. Although Mercer is 9-1. They might beat Auburn. Okay, Big Ten, I think, is a little bit more competitive this week. Okay, Rutgers at Ohio State. Yippee.
First thing.
Okay, this is a big game. SC at Oregon. Oregon's 10.5. I kind of like SC getting the points there. I think Oregon will win. I don't know if they're going to cover. That's a big game, though. Obviously, if SC loses, they're out.
Yeah.
If Oregon loses,
it makes their road rocky.
It's really tough.
If Oregon loses, I don't know who they beaten.
Penn State.
Penn State.
In hindsight, it's not
a good win. Not a good win.
They don't have a good win.
Though it's kind of Penn State was a great win at the time.
But it wasn't.
So how much do you attribute Penn State falling apart after that game?
Honestly, yeah, I think that loss fucked with Penn State because they lost in double OT.
Yeah, but you can't. You Penn State, you lose to North. I don't know.
Then they lost. Then they lost to UCLA and Northwestern.
Yeah, it's kind of. I can't defend that. Michigan just turned the ball over 5 times against Northwestern and beat them.
Yeah, true.
In Chicago. Okay, I've never seen that in my life. The -5 turnover differentiation, we still won the game.
Your dad wasn't a fan of that game.
I mean, and the reason why they won is because they outgained them 500 to 250, basically. Yeah. We doubled them in yards. So we dominated the game. We just turned the ball over.
Yeah. It was like 3 fumbles, right?
2 picks and 3 fumbles. Yeah.
Is this a catch?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so USC Oregon, that's a big game. Michigan at Maryland is not a big game.
It's a 14-point spread. That
doesn't matter with Michigan. We're playing a 3rd string running back right now.
Oh, okay.
Which is huge. We don't have a running. If we can't run the ball, what are we going to do?
No. I'm saying it's the spread doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why it's that large. Maryland's not that bad of a team.
I agree. I think the play is Maryland.
And it's at Maryland getting a +14.
Yeah. Now Maryland has lost 6 Big Ten games in a row, so
I still think Michigan.
They've already announced that Loxley's coming back next year. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's never won anywhere.
What Maryland always does, they look great the first month of the season. Then the last 2 months of the season, they totally fall apart. They can't win a game. They're a team, though. They should not be in the Big Ten. It makes no sense. They do not fit the style. They should be in the ACC. That's where they should be. They should not be.
That's where they were.
That's where they should be. They're a basketball school. They have talent. Like I'm going to be nervous watching this game because they're going to have a receiver or a running back who can break a tackle and go 80 yards.
You still have Tua's brother as quarterback?
No. They have a freshman, Malik Washington, I think his name is. He's not bad. But they're not. They just don't fit the Big Ten style. They're more of a finesse, speed type team. The Big Ten is ground and pound.
And we actually got a favor of Penn State. Speaking of them, they're -8 against the Cornhuskers.
Nebraska.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a pretty generous.
Nebraska's quarterback's out. Real's done.
Penn State's QB's out too.
Penn State's just bad.
But they probably should have beaten Indiana. If you watch the game.
Yeah, they should have.
They probably should have won the game.
Yeah.
So, I don't think Indiana's that good. They're another one. They don't play anybody. What's their best win of the year? At Oregon?
Yeah.
And that's a great win.
That's a really good one.
But that's it.
They have dominated pretty much every other game. This game is
they didn't dominate Penn State and they didn't dominate Iowa.
Oh yeah, Iowa. That's true.
I'm pissed because if we were playing their schedule, we'd probably only have 1 loss. and we'd be in the playoff mix. So the scheduling is kind of everything in college right now. That's pretty much it for the Big Ten.
So if we're gonna pick early predictions, who do we think is gonna win the whole thing?
The national championship?
Yeah,
I'm going to go with Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Faraz.
If I had to pick.
Cover your ears.
A&M could be close too.
I mean, I have to Ohio State.
Ohio State. Ohio State's a plus 180, so they're a big favorite. Georgia's plus 900. I'm gonna go A&M.
A&M has probably the best offense. I don't think it's a bad pick. That was my second choice.
Yeah.
A&M or Georgia. I like A&M.
Notre Dame's a plus 950.
I don't like A&M's defense.
Mm.
Their defense is suspect. I mean, you saw they gave up 30 in the first half to South Carolina, then they came back and won the game 31-30.
Yeah, so some odds here. Again, Ohio State's a plus 180 to win. Indiana's plus 500. A&M is plus 725. Georgia's 900. Notre Dame's 950. Texas Tech's plus 1,000. Last one I'll give is Oregon at plus 1,400.
The problem I have with all the Big Ten teams, whoever comes out, whoever the Big Ten team is, I don't think they're ready. I don't think the way the conference has set them up, they're going to be ready for the playoff this year.
I agree.
Oh, I agree with you, Faraz. Ohio State, they've looked really good this year. Who have they played?
Well, by then we'll know.
But I'm saying right now, who is Ohio State played?
Nobody.
Their hardest game
Texas
was a 3-loss team.
Yeah.
Probably a 4-loss team after they lose to A&M.
You could pretty much chalk that one up.
That's a rivalry. Anything could happen. But
I think Texas won that.
You do?
Yes. It's just I don't have faith in like a program like A&M to come through.
They remind me of like Wisconsin or Oregon, where they have like these flashes. They'll go on a run, but they never win it.
Yeah,
they never actually win the trophy.
Yeah,
I agree. But A&M, I like their coach. I like Elko.
Yeah,
I just think I do think the SEC gets the championship back this year. I think they get it back. That conference, again, I'm a Big Ten guy, but I just watch the way that. Like, you're A&M and you're playing South Carolina and you come out and you're getting beat at 30 in the first half. Like, you'll never see that in the Big Ten. Purdue's never going to be up 30 on Michigan or Ohio State or Penn State or Oregon, whoever.
The slower games.
Yeah, it's just a different – and I don't think Ohio State or Indiana, when you're playing that playoff game, if you're matched up against a Georgia, an A&M, even like Ole Miss or Oklahoma, and you're not prepared for that, and all of a sudden you see that speed, I don't think you can just turn that on. You have to practice for that. Like, you have to see it week in and week out. I think it's going to hurt the Big Ten. And ultimately with Indiana, I just don't think they're that good from a talent standpoint. Mendoza's a good quarterback, but I look at their team, I don't know. It's upperclassmen. They're well coached, but I don't see the NFL first round draft picks on that team.
No. Do we want to go into NFL?
I think it's going to NFL. Because we can get more into the playoff. Well, after this week, we're going to. If Michigan,
there'll be a lot more clarity.
If Michigan loses to Maryland, it's over. There's no playoff. If Georgia Tech wins, by all intents and purposes, they're in the ACC championship game. So we'll know way more for sure next week.
So right now we are watching the Bills and Texans play. It's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Bills have the ball. They're down by 4, 23-19.
23-19 with 2 minutes to go. Wow.
So big time.
You wanted to go in the NFL, kind of who? Let's do it. Who are pretenders and who are for real in the NFL?
I don't know, man.
Let's go NFC North for AFC East. We'll start there first. So you got the Bills, Patriots, Dolphins, Jets.
Bills and Patriots are for real.
You think they can win the Super Bowl? That's when I say pretender versus fraud. A real contender.
I'd say the Bills are definite contenders.
I can't count the Bills out. I don't think the Patriots.
I think they're 1 year away.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're probably going to make the playoffs for sure. I don't look at them as winning the Super Bowl.
No, I don't.
I don't really think the Bills can either win the Super Bowl.
I'm not convinced on the Bills.
I don't like their defense.
They've had some bad.
They're losing
losses.
the backup quarterback right now.
It's true, but I feel like when you have a player like Josh Allen,
You can't count them out.
you can't count him out.
You can't count them out. You're right.
And they're probably going to end up being healthy when playoffs start. Bills I have as more of a teeter team, but if I had to pick between them being a contender or not, I would say no. I don't think they're a contender.
I don't think any team out of this division will win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's mine. I do think the Bills and the Patriots will make the playoffs
For sure.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Billy. Dolphins
are still alive.
No, but they have life.
They still have a chance. I mean, for what they were,
Yeah.
they were a dumpster fire. They're at least competitive.
I don't know if you guys remember, their over-under for wins was 8.5.
Wow. I think I had it way under.
I'm pretty sure we all had under.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was a lock, but it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
8.5 wins for the Dolphins. It's crazy.
AFC North, this is the division of
Anything happened. Flip a coin.
you got Pittsburgh at 6-4, Ravens at 5-5, Bungles at 3-7, Browns at 2-8. I mean, it's come to me. It's a 2-team race at this point. It's the Ravens and the Steelers.
And Steelers are, Rodgers just got hurt.
I saw. Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
I picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl, so I'm not going to
Yeah.
come off of them. I actually think the Ravens. I think they could still win the Super Bowl. As crazy as that sounds,
I don't think they can win.
I don't think they will, but I think they're going to win the division.
Their defense is getting healthy again. They do got Lamar back. They got it.
You don't want to see the Ravens right now. They're hot.
I agree.
They're a hot
They
team.
have to answer some questions right now. Just
Well, isn't Lamar hurt again?
back.
No, he said he was going to play though. I saw it. No, you're right. He was hurt, but then he said he was going to play.
Steelers are pretenders. I'll say that as a
They give
Steelers
me that
fan.
vibe. Yeah.
There's just no way.
And that was before Rodgers got hurt. Even if he is healthy, I would still probably not.
Tomlin, this is his last hurrah. He's out after the season. I think he's getting fired.
You think they fire him?
I think so.
I don't
They're running an outdated defense. Their defense gives up the most pass yards in the NFL. And they're the highest paid defense in the league.
And they're the
It's-
worst team against the run in the NFL.
Yeah.
So they're the worst defense in the NFL.
30
You
seconds.
can't stop a pass or a run.
Or,
There's only
Not
one or
much
two
else you
that
can
you
What can you stop?
And of course, they're going to point at the defensive coordinator, but this is the defense Tomlin has been running for the last 10 years.
I will say this. If it was another franchise, I agree he would have been fired by now. The Steelers have only had 3 coaches since the 60s, Jesiah. You know that, right?
Okay,
Wow,
well,
that's
they're about to
actually-
go on their fourth.
They've had 3 head coaches. Chuck Noll, the chin, I always forget his name. Mustache, tough guy, he's a linebacker.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember his name. I know who you're talking about.
He was there for like 30 years. And
Yeah.
then Mike Tomlin. They've literally had 3.
Bill Cowher?
Bill Cowher.
Yeah.
It's Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin.
Well, I think they're going to go on to their fourth. Tomlin's been there for how long? 19 years? 19, 20 years?
He's the longest tenured coach in the NFL. I think 21.
21. I just think
That's
it's
actually
time.
that's crazy.
I don't think he's getting fired.
I don't think so either.
You can't fire him.
I mean, they might win a division.
I agree with you. It's frustrating.
They're
They're still in the division.
Yeah,
they're
like-
leading the division.
Yeah,
right now.
they're not
They
gonna
have a
win.
game lead.
but they're not going to win.
I agree with you. I
They're
don't.
winning halfway through the season.
Who's your quarterback? Rudolph?
Fucking guess.
I think it's Rudolph. I think he's the backup.
It's going to be bad because we don't have a run game either. This team is built to pass the ball.
Right. Of this division, though, the only team that I would consider a Super Bowl contender
It's the Ravens.
is the Ravens.
I still have them
and
as a contender.
I'm not. I feel like it's hard to.
Like, if you see the record 5-5, that doesn't
They were
shout
1-5
out.
though.
I know.
So it's
5-5.
like they won 4 in a row.
Looks bad, but I still have them as a contender. I think they're going to win this division, and they're going to make a run.
Okay. AFC South, you have the Colts, Jaguars, Texans, Tennessee.
I think Colts are probably the biggest frauds. They're going to be a first-round exit.
I can't disagree. Is he hurt?
I thought he was hurt.
Because if he's hurt, then their season goes up in smoke too.
Like,
I
I
agree
love
with the
the
Colts.
story.
I don't think the Colts are.
I love the story of the Colts. I think
I'm going to put them as a contender.
I mean, by record,
They have a UNLV
If they-
legend that's coach.
every week. I
mean, they most likely. Well, that's not even true. I was gonna say they're gonna have home field, but they're behind Denver and New England right now.
Yeah.
They'll be in the playoffs most likely.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they're winning a Super Bowl. I don't think there's a Super Bowl team in this. Now there could be 3 playoff teams though,
Yeah.
between Jacksonville and Houston and the Colts,
He hurt his wrist.
but no Super Bowl contender in my opinion. In my real contender.
I agree.
Here's the game right here.
4th and 27.
And this is a
with
very
51
important
seconds left.
for Houston because they're 5-5. They win this. They're 6-5. They're back right in the mix here.
Yep.
This is the game, 4th and 27. The game's over. There's no way he can pick up a 4th and 27.
Well, I'm saying that now. There's no way.
Pass interference.
Yeah, that's
I want to see it happen. Here comes the goal. He's got it.
Wow.
He could be a touchdown. No, he got him. 50-yard looking ladder.
Yeah.
It's the NFL.
50-yard lateral.
Yeah.
4th and 27. No way. That's great.
That is bad, though. You give up
That
out
is-
of 20. 4th and 27, you pick it up. Wow, that's a Detroit line play they just ran there.
Let's see this again. That was a design lateral, too.
Yeah.
That's
looking
exactly what they were
That was a
playing.
great play call. Terrible job of the Texans. Jeez.
fuck.
I mean, you don't expect that. They don't do that very often, but wow. Now they got to get a touchdown though because they're down 4. So they're not in yet.
Yeah, but oh man, that is a brutal play to give up.
It is. Okay, the AFC West.
It's a dogfight.
I think there's
3 contenders.
3 potential Super Bowl teams. Probably only 2. I only think maybe Denver or Kansas City.
I agree.
I think the
I'm the same,
Chargers.
yep.
The problem with the Chargers, all their linemen are hurt. They don't have a tackle. So
Alt
it's
came back like 2 games. He's hurt again.
he's
right?
out for the year now.
Fuck.
He's done. That's what I'm saying. I mean, when you lose your tackles, it's hard to win.
Herbert may be the best QB in the league, but
Yeah.
if you can't protect him, you can't throw the fucking ball. I mean, simple as that.
And the Chiefs are 5-5, but
They're better.
would you be
than
shocked
that
if
record.
if they won this? I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't want the.
I don't want them to, but you can't count them out.
Can't count.
You can't count them out. I actually a lot of Chiefs friends that watch the show too. They hate us because we shout on the Chiefs all the time, but I do think they're a contender.
Of course,
100%.
They're 100%.
100%. Until they're eliminated, you cannot
can't count them out.
Mahomes out.
I really wish they would have committed to giving up the 3rd round pick for Brees Hall.
Well,
I don't know why they were so stuck on just that 4th round pick. They need to commit to the run.
I watched a bit of their game last week. They do have offensive line. Touchdown. Bills.
No good.
Wow. They do have offensive line issues.
It'll
Chiefs-
help give.
It's hard to win. Like their lineman, he has to line up. He always lines up like a yard behind the line
Because he's slow.
1 foot.
which is illegal. You can't do that because he can't get back and just drop fast enough. So it's winning the Super Bowl. I don't know, man. I don't. Would I be shocked if they went on the run and made the playoffs though? Absolutely not. No chance.
I still think
You don't want to see them or the
making
Ravens
playoffs.
right now. Like those are 2 teams. The 5-5, they're better than what their record indicates.
Yeah. So they only have 1 win on the road. That's really what
That's
the issue
true, too.
is. It's only 1 win on the road, and I think they're better than that. I really do.
But the problem is, if they make the playoffs, because they're not going to win the division, you're going to be playing road games.
I think they'll be fine. I think they'll.
They've
pick
shown
it
in the
up.
past. 2 years ago when they won,
Broncos.
they won in Buffalo and Baltimore.
Broncos. I will still say they're
I don't believe in
contenders,
them.
but I think the Broncos are frauds. All
I
the
don't believe the
wins
Broncos
have
either.
been
I don't.
goofy.
I agree with you.
Besides last week,
They're
that
9-2.
was the only win that was convincing.
I actually am more convinced in the Chargers because Herbert and Harbaugh.
If they had Alt, I would be way high on the Chargers. But without, again, they're kind of like the Chiefs. When you lose your offensive lineman,
Yeah, you can't really
overcome win.
that. Yeah.
NFC East. I mean, to me, it's just the Eagles. There's nothing else to be said. There's no other team has a winning record in the division.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very interesting division. The NFC North, the old black and blue division, they used to call it. The Bears, Packers, Lions. Lions are 6-4 in 3rd place. Packers are 6-3-1 in 2nd. Bears are at 7-3. I can't believe I'm actually saying this. I thought the Lions were done. However,
Anything's possible.
I looked at their schedule. I got them going 6-1 in their last 7, and I got the Bears going like 2-5 or 3-4. So
I mean, every game's a toss-up with the Bears. You can't count on them.
the Bears have a little bit of a tougher schedule coming up here.
Yeah.
Like we play the Giants this Sunday, and then we play the Packers and we play the Cowboys.
That's 1 game.
We could win those 3 games.
Yeah.
We play the Packers at home for Thanksgiving. So
Huge
game though. That's a massive game.
Are your Lions contenders?
I think the Lions are contenders.
The way the schedule breaks out, yes. I looked at it. I'm going 6-1, and I'm not a pot. Here, I'll go through the games for you really quick. They get the Giants in Detroit. They get the Packers in Detroit, and they get the Cowboys in Detroit. Those are the next 3. At worst case, you're going 2-2.
2-1.
2-1. You could go 3-0.
I still have stock in the Packers. I know they haven't looked great.
That's a massive. That's only for the division.
Yeah.
Whoever wins that game.
I don't have any faith in the Packers.
I don't have faith in the Packers either.
This is a game right here again.
4th and 6.
4th and 6.
They can't.
They
do
run a
this.
lot of
There's no way they convert this.
Throw the
Pick.
pick. That's the game. Okay. Okay.
So it seems like the Texans won. There's a flag. There's a fucking flag. No way.
It's rigged.
No way. There's a flag. Wow.
Offensive.
Offensive.
Wow.
Josh was walking back to the field too.
Okay. Then after those three, they're at the Rams. I have that as a loss. Then they get the Steelers in Detroit. They're at Minnesota. And they're at Chicago.
Honestly, that's not a cakewalk schedule.
I think they're 6-1. The Vikings
I
are
mean, it
full
happens.
wins.
They are.
We already lost to them, so we
Yeah.
could lose them again.
But
gave the
you
game
already
away.
losing to them, you're going to win this next game.
I
against
think
them.
we'll beat them. Go back to the divisions here.
But anyway, Bears, I think they're pretenders. 7-3.
Let me give you their schedule. So they're at they get Pittsburgh. They're at Philly, at Green Bay. They get the Browns in Chicago. Then the Packers come to Chicago. Then they're at San Francisco, and then they get the Lions. So I think that's a tougher schedule.
They might only win 2 games out of that.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. I could see where the.
I mean, 2 games. So if they win 2 games, that's 9-6.
Nine
Or
and
sorry, 9-7. I mean, that's a good record for them. But
9-8,
I guess they can't do math. You're right.
17 games. So that's.
As for the Packers, what's their schedule? As we know, they play the Lions in a couple weeks. They play the Bears in a few weeks.
The Green Bay Packers. So they're okay. They get Minnesota. That's a win. They're at Detroit. That's a toss-up probably. Then they get the Bears in Lambeau. They'll win that game. Then they're at Denver. It's probably a loss.
I don't know.
I think they're going to lose it. I mean, on paper, they're going to be a dog.
Yeah.
It's the NFL. I mean,
Yeah.
then they're at Chicago.
9 wins.
Then they get the Ravens.
That's a toss-up.
And then they're at Minnesota. See, I think we have the easiest schedule of the 3 teams. That's my
Okay.
opinion.
I can see
3
that.
games in a row. We're getting the Giants, the Packers, and the Cowboys at home.
I mean, I think there's.
If you win those 3
contenders.
games, you're probably in the playoffs.
I think there's 2 contenders here, Packers and Lions.
Yes, probably.
I just say Lions.
The fucking Packers lost to the Panthers.
I know. Spooky shit happening.
I mean, the Lions lost last week. We were at Philly. We lost by 7. We couldn't score.
It's crazy.
Philly might win the Super Bowl again this year, much as I hate to say it. But
Faraz. Next conference.
There you go.
There's no contenders.
There's no
We can
contenders
just
in the
skip.
South?
No, none. There are no contenders.
I agree. The Bucks will win the division, probably. The
Yeah.
Panthers are coming on.
I can't believe
The,
the Panthers
the
have
Bucks,
bad.
the Bucks are the only team in the division with the positive point differential.
Yes.
They're at a +2.
That's amazing.
Everybody else
Minus 42.
minus 42.
Minus 44. The Saints are minus 95.
Yeah, the minus 42 is the second place team in the division.
Wow. That's a bad division.
Horrible.
Speaking of,
It's
horrible.
bad. I honestly think all of the teams in the North could win that division. Even the Vikings, if you put them in
I
there,
think so too.
if they would compete for it. If they got to play
Speaking of
those
net
teams,
points,
they would probably win.
how the Bears are 7-3. They're actually they're -6 with their net points.
Yeah.
The Bears, which is a wild stat. They're winning the division, but
They're winning games by a point.
Yeah.
2 point. I mean, it's
and
literally
they're
coming down.
and they're getting blown out.
The NFC
This is
West. This is, in my
about
opinion,
five.
probably the best division in football, or maybe the AFC West.
It's.
I think the Cardinals are better than the Raiders.
I probably
at the bottom.
I probably like the AFC West better, but
Rams, Seattle, Niners aren't. That's not bad. Second best comp division.
yeah, no, it's right there.
I mean, the Rams had a massive win against Seattle. The Rams were my second pick to win the Super Bowl, so I'm going with the Rams. And they're a true contender, in my opinion.
Seahawks have looked great too. Their offense is clicking.
Let's say the Seahawks are the
Right now, pick
I
your.
actually have the Seahawks as a contender.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
No, Se-
Like
Seattle-
an actual contender.
Seattle's
I
good.
think they could not only make the Super Bowl, I think they could win it.
McDonald's a great coach. They have talent. They're good. Darnold is doing well there.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks amazing. I mean, I don't trust him in the playoffs.
JSN's the best
But-
wide receiver in the league.
Pick your NFC championship game and pick your AFC championship game.
Seahawks versus Lions, the NFC.
What do you got? AFC.
Bills, Chiefs.
What do you got?
NFC, I think I'm going to stick with my Packers pick. We're going to go Packers and Seahawks. And then for the AFC, I'm going to choose Chiefs, Ravens. And then I think it's going to be for the Super Bowl, Chiefs, Packers.
I'm going to go Eagles, Rams in the NFC with the Rams winning that game.
Nice.
And then I'll have the Ravens. God, the AFC. I'm going to go Ravens, Chiefs in the AFC.
Yeah, nice.
And I'll have the Ravens win it. We all talk shit about the Chiefs, and we all have making or going to like the Super Bowl, basically.
Yeah. No, it's a fucking dogfight. This NFL season's wild.
It is brutal.
I personally have not enjoyed this NFL season. I think it's been a dog shit season to bet on. You can't predict anything. You think games are going to go over.
I enjoyed last year more.
Yeah. You think games are going to go over. There will be points, and then the score ends up being 13-4. Like a point that just doesn't make sense.
Bruce Pearl was on team. Can't say.
You like him, right?
I hate him.
All right, so to go into this week of NFL, we just saw the Texans beat the Bills. Nail-biter game, honestly.
Which, hey, we're not giving the Texans credit. They were like dead at the beginning of this year.
Dead in the water.
They're 6-5
with the backup QB.
They're in the mix. They're certainly in the mix.
To open up Sunday, it's in Green Bay. Vikings play the Packers. Packers minus 6.5. Packers are going to take care of business. I think they bounce back.
I'll go Green Bay. Yeah, man. I can't. McCarthy right now is just unplayable at quarterback.
Their line also isn't looking great.
No, it's not.
JJ might not be the problem. It could be the line. I think it's a little bit of both. Also, they're having no help in the running back game.
I don't know. McCarthy doesn't look good. You're right, though. I mean, they don't have an offensive line, but he has not looked good.
Next game, Seahawks play the Titans in Tennessee. Seahawks are minus 13. I think they blow them out.
Seattle. They're good on the road, too.
They're
better on the road than at home. Next game?
They're good all over. Bears play the Steelers in Chicago. Bears minus 2.5. You said Rodgers is out, right?
So it'll be Rudolph.
Yeah, they don't even have a QB listed. I like the Bears minus 3. Or minus 2.5.
I guess I'm going to have to go with the Bears, too, in that game.
They're at home.
I guess, yeah. It wouldn't be shot. I don't know. It's a 2.5 spread. I mean, that's...
Something spooky is going to happen this game.
It's a weird game.
Bengals play the Patriots in Cincinnati. Patriots minus 5.5.
Patriots.
Burrow's supposed to be coming back soon.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's this soon.
Well, and they're saying why even bring him back because
There's no
they're going to be like
point.
3-8. What's the point? Yeah, the season's over. So Patriots.
Colts play the Chiefs in Kansas City. I think the Chiefs bounce back and they win.
The scripts are even written. No,
Chiefs.
It's a Chiefs.
Win.
It's a must win for them.
It is a must win.
We got to push Taylor Swift. We got to see another Wendy's commercial with Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. He took my nugget. Oh, it's my nugget. Stupid NFL.
Giants play Lions in Detroit. Lions minus 10.5. I think y'all blow them out.
I don't get cocky with the Lions because they're one of the worst organizations in the history of sports, but this could get ugly. I mean, the Giants just fired their coach.
And even though...
Is it Jameis Winston?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we lose to Jameis Winston and then the season is over. So that's why I'm just putting it out right there.
Actually, no. It says starts playing.
Dart's back? Okay.
Dart's back.
Okay. At least it can swallow it if he beats us.
You'll swallow and not spit?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Next game.
That's a must win, though, for the Lions.
It is.
They have to win that game.
Yeah, because, I mean, you even said the rest of the games, even though you have a win in, it's a lot of pick-up games.
I think they'll beat Green Bay, which is a toss-up game, but I don't think the Cowboys is a pickup. I think they're going to beat the Cowboys. I have the Rams as a loss.
It's tough.
And then the Vikings and the Bears, I just think we'll beat them if we have to.
Yeah, true. Next game, Jets versus Ravens in Baltimore. Ravens minus 13.5. We all know the Ravens are going to win this one. Cardinals versus Jaguars. It's in Arizona. Cardinals are a +3. But I think Kyler Murray's still out, but who cares?
For the Jaguars, it's a big game because they win that, they're 7-4. So that's a must win for the Jaguars, I would say almost.
They've been winning on the road. They beat the Chiefs on the road.
It's a big game for them. I'll go Jags in that.
I'll take the home dog. I'll take the Cardinals.
Jags.
All right, we got the shitter of the week, Raiders versus the Browns.
Oh, my God.
Raiders are a favorite, -4. Oh, side note, I actually catered the Raiders game on Monday. I served them Cinnaholic. They bought $1,000
Like the
worth
team?
of rolls.
Or-
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
teams, coaches, executives, yeah, it was like
That's
1,000 rolls.
Cool.
That's cool.
Or 1,000 rolls, $1,000.
Who'd you have to
worth of
deal
rolls.
with?
One of the execs, his name's David. Shout out David if you're watching. I doubt it. But it was cool.
Mark Davis? No, shut up.
No.
He put the order in.
No, it was cool. I mean, I just walked in the side. But it's cool.
So you were
Walking
at the
through
facility
security.
off Raiders Way?
What's it?
You went to the
No.
headquarters?
It was on Monday. I went to the
Allegiant?
NFL. Yeah, I went to the stadium because I guess to eat after the game.
That's cool.
We've catered to them the last 3 years.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Shout out Raiders.
Shout
I hope
out
the Raiders
Raiders.
win. I'm not rooting for Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Raiders are due to win. We could say that. They didn't look bad on Monday until they did look bad.
Shador Sanders is starting.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I think it's,
Against Aiden O'Connell?
I don't even know.
No, I think Gino's still
Geno
playing.
Smith is
Okay.
still-
Gino said everything that happens, just blame it on me. If you get a flat tire, it's my fault. If you're
if you get fired from, or if you get
literally said that in the
Yeah.
front, like everything is my fault right now. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Does Pete Carroll make it beyond this year? Not meaning he's going to get fired,
He might just.
but does he just say I've had enough, guys?
He might.
Because he's like, what is there to gain really at this point for him?
I think he might just say it's.
He
not
might just
worth
call it.
Yeah. He's already.
I don't know.
He's kind of a competitive guy. Though.
He
I
is.
just don't see him
He's like the oldest coach in the league.
yeah. I mean, at some point,
Him drafting the running back, he wants to build something here. I think he wants to.
I'll say this to all Raiders fans: you gotta give it
A couple years.
You have to draft. You gotta give him a couple of drafts. So
Yeah. Anyway, I got Raiders winning.
they do look bad.
They look poor.
Yeah.
Browns, are you choosing Raiders or Browns?
I think the Browns will win.
Plus,
I think Shador is actually going to show out. I
Yeah.
think they'll win.
I think the Browns sang Shador up for
Because
failure.
he wanted to go to the Raiders too.
Yeah, true. Next game, Falcons played the Saints in New Orleans to open up the 1:30 games. Saints are -2.5. Penix is out for the season. Another injury.
It's the third or fourth time he's torn his ACL.
Ooh.
He tore his ACL. He's tore 2 ACLs
Shoulder.
at Indiana.
Yeah, before he went to Washington.
His shoulder he fucked up too.
He's got a lot of wear and tear. I'm gonna go Saints because it's Cousins though.
Jesus.
It is Cousins.
The Saints, just that matchup.
It's Cousins versus Shu. Shao.
Actually, I'm gonna take
Tyler
Cousins. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I like Cousins as like a regular season quarterback. He can win a game. For me.
He's looked
The one game he already played, he looked awful.
horrible.
He's about done.
He played like 3 weeks ago. He was horrible.
It's just go to the next game.
Yeah, right.
Like, it doesn't mean
It doesn't. Yeah.
This is a big
This
game.
is a good part of the year where we're getting there's just games that just do not
Don't matter, yeah. This one actually should be a good game. It's Cowboys versus Eagles. It's in Dallas. Eagles are only a -3. Eagles don't blow teams out.
Eagles have not looked like great.
No.
There's a lot of in-house it appears to be
Turmoil.
fighting with Brown and I don't know.
Hurts.
I think Sirianni's a horrible coach. I think he sucks. If you watched the game, it was 2 weeks ago. We didn't do a show against Green Bay. He did everything possible to lose that football game. The play calling, they got the ball 3 times with like 5 minutes to go and ran no time off the clock.
Yeah.
They're calling passes. You have Saquon Barkley, you have Hurts. Run the ball, run the clock, make them use your timeouts. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't have any faith in Sirianni. I think they win despite him.
There's only 2 coaches from that 2021 drafts class still around, and that's Sirianni and Shanahan with the 49ers. Every other coach, I think 7 new coaches got jobs that year. All of them have been gone.
Shanahan's a choker,
But no, he's a good coach.
but he's a better coach than Sirianni. In
What
my
he's able to
opinion.
do with the 49ers right now, it's unbelievable.
If Shanahan
I
was
still think
coaching
he's coach of the year.
the Eagles, it would look better than what Sirianni does.
Probably. I actually have the Cowboys winning this game. I think the Cowboys,
It wouldn't shock me.
back-to-back, it's in Dallas. Pickens has looked unbelievable. He's been looking so
Did you
good.
see CeeDee Lamb?
Oh, and Pickens. They were at Red Rock.
They were throwing up
Yeah.
at 7:30 in the morning.
I didn't know that.
The day of the game.
Pickens had his like career best game.
Yeah. They're like puking.
That's
At Red Rock.
At Red Rock Casino.
That's
I think they thought like,
it's a whatever game.
well, no, we'll go off strip because it's Red Rock. We'll like
No
kind of
one
go
will
under the
know us.
radar. Yeah. It's kind of smart, but it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. I actually didn't hear about that. That's wild.
Yeah.
Faraz, you have Eagles or Cowboys?
Eagles.
It's in Dallas. Okay, Eagles.
I'm going to hope for the Cowboys, but
Yeah, let's go. And to open up Sunday night, it's Rams versus Buccaneers. Faraz, it's in LA though. Rams are a -6.5.
Gonna go with the Rams. Just the Bucks have.
they need that game.
They do, but
They need a win.
Baker, he has no weapons right now.
I mean, it's hard to pick against the Rams right now. I guess I'll go Rams. It wouldn't shock me though if the Bucks covered.
Yeah,
It's a lot of points.
I am going with the Rams here. Puka Nacua is the top 3 receiver in the league. He's looked amazing. Stafford's health is staying afloat.
Stafford is borderline MVP candidate right now.
He's up there. He's definitely
He's
up
in the
there.
mix.
And then for Monday
Drake
night,
May's probably winning it right now.
But I'm saying Stafford's like he could win it.
and then Monday night, shitter game. Panthers played the Niners. I know the Panthers. Actually, it's not a shitter game. Panthers are good now.
No, it's
I don't think they're
But-
good,
but
but they're.
No, but
they've
I
I
won.
think the Niners
Teams
are going
winning
to take
records.
Care.
I mean-
I think the Niners are going to take care of business.
Is
Bryce Young is coming off an insane game. You know,
His
he had-
best game
he had
as a pro.
430 yards or something.
he actually
440
looks like he's saved to a point.
What? Yeah.
As you know, at this moment, yes.
They're going to run him out there still.
Yeah.
Who's playing quarterback? Is Purdy playing quarterback? Is he back for the Niners?
It should still be Mac Jones. It says it's Purdy. They're
Okay.
going to start Purdy.
So he'll be back. I got to
But-
go Niners, and that's fine.
Yeah. I'm going Niners.
Going to San Fran's a tough place to play.
And that covers our NFL picks. You guys have any other news? Who just got fired?
Brian Daboll for the Giants was
Yeah.
fired. D-ball, Daboll.
I don't like that guy.
I'm not a fan of
I didn't
his.
like him either, but I thought the firing was. It was. They should have fired him in the beginning of the season when they were trying to roll out Wilson,
Yeah.
and then it looked okay. And I thought they should have kept him around.
I would
for a
have
little bit.
left him just to keep going with Dart.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't like their GM Schoen. I would have fired him.
yeah. He's the one that gave all the money in the wrong places. He kind of sets the team up for failure.
Yeah. Well, the whole Barkley fiasco. I don't know.
Yeah.
You lose him and he goes to the Eagles, who's your arch rival, and he rushes for over 2,000 yards.
That's
and
one of the best seasons
and
of
they
all
win the
time.
Super Bowl. It's kind of like
The other firing.
that's a fireable offense to me.
And big fireable offenses. Nico Harrison is finally out the door. He got
NBA,
kicked
yeah.
out. He's done so. Will he ever get a GM job in the NBA again?
Absolutely not.
He's done, right?
No chance.
Not that he could be an AGM, but I don't think he'll get that
No, he'll never be the big.
official GM
Yeah.
again.
Never again.
He can't
Although,
have the final
I don't
say.
think he's going to be working in an
He could be
NBA front
working-
office for a long time.
He could join up with Joe Dumars with the Pelicans.
Yeah, actually, you never know. With a team like, yeah.
You can't. Joe Dumars is a GM in the NBA. You can never say never in the NBA, Roz. You know
Well,
that.
and actually,
At least he has NBA connections. Nico Harrison, it's not like he played a game in the NBA.
he didn't need to.
That's how intelligent he is. He also
I don't
fucked
And
up on the
Joe
court.
Dumars, Joe Dumars
Didn't
is
he-
kind of like, he just kind of rubber stamps everything that Troy Weaver does.
Yeah.
Like, so Troy Weaver's the guy, and he's the former GM of the Pistons.
He was terrible. With the
Yeah,
Pistons.
but he was good at.
What did New Orleans just take every bad
Yeah.
Piston GM? We'll take him
Yeah.
and give him a job.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And he was responsible for drafting like Duran, Thompson, and whatnot. But I mean, you can always find some track record of success with even the worst GMs. It seems like Isaiah Thomas drafted.
Great drafts.
He had great drafts, especially
did.
in the late first round picks or whatnot. But
Didn't he draft T-Mac, Vince Carter?
David Lee,
David Lee,
I
yeah.
mean, Daly
Hey.
was horrible.
it was all star.
Yeah.
He was an All NBA player once too, like a third team All NBA or something.
What on the NBA?
Oh, wait, 1 second. Back to Nico Harrison. Wasn't he running Nike or some part of Nike
He
that
screwed up
lost
the
out
presentation
on Curry?
for Steph Curry. Yes.
Yeah. One of the
They
biggest
called
players
him
of all time.
like Steven or something like that, or Stefan. Is his name Stefan?
Stephen.
They said
So you said Steven.
they misspelled or mispronounced his name
Well, I mean,
incorrectly.
he was able to get the job, and Cuban was responsible for hiring him. But I cannot see him getting another front office gig in the NBA.
What do you? Okay, I want to ask you guys. What do you guys think of the East so far?
It's terrible.
With the Pistons at 13-2, and then it's just everybody else.
It's not a very good conference. I only think there are 3 contenders in the league this year, and that's Oklahoma City, Houston, Denver.
What teams in the East do you think could win a championship?
None.
I still have the Cavs. I still have faith in the Cavs because they haven't been healthy, and I still have faith in them.
I'll put Detroit, Cleveland, and New York out there as possible.
They are out there.
Possible,
I think
we're 15 games into the freaking year. You got to play a little bit longer.
Honestly, I think your Pistons are just 1 year away.
I don't think they're winning the championship.
As great as they can be this year, they could win 70 games this year, and I still think they're going to be 1 year away.
I don't think they're winning the title.
Well, I know. But I'm just saying.
To me, though, if you win a whole league, you can't say you have no chance. I mean, you got a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I agree.
And the thing about the East, though, the West is going to beat the crap out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
The East, I mean, I don't see it like that.
The East is kind of beating the crap out of each other, but like with kid gloves.
I mean, in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, exactly. They got like the rock and sock gloves on. As for the West, Faraz, you didn't say the Nuggets.
I did. I said.
Oh, I thought you just said
Houston, Denver.
Oh,
I'm looking at this.
I didn't hear the Denver part.
Right now, the Thunder are the 1 and the Warriors are the 8. I'm not saying the Warriors would beat the Thunder.
That's not the 8 seed I'd want to play.
But I'd rather play, if I'm the Pistons, I'd rather play the Hawks.
Yeah.
It's a different level of Curry can beat you in a series.
Curry and Butler.
They can win a series. Yeah. I don't care who they're playing.
And they're going to make a trade because they're
not going to be the 8 seed.
They got to get rid of, or Kuminga has to go.
That just tells you how good the West is, though. The West is ridiculous.
Well, big losers out West. Clippers look like they're done. They're probably going to have a fire sale pretty soon. The Mavericks are going to have a fire sale after, like we just said, Harrison firing. But the team is just, there's no cohesion at all. Kings, awful. Pelicans, probably worst team in the league, right? We could probably say that.
I think by record it would be.
Well, it's actually Wizards. Yeah, the Wizards are the worst.
It's fun. Every time for the last 3 years, whenever I've watched like a Wizards Knicks game, because I'm not watching a Wizards game any other
ever.
Of course not.
But like anytime I've watched those games, I'm just like, this might be the worst professional basketball team I've ever seen, and somehow they've gotten worse each year.
For us, they blew a 5-point lead against the Pistons with 7 seconds to go.
It's pretty impressive.
I mean, you don't see that happen in NBA games very often.
It's hard to try to do
that.
Are they
They are
the
coached by a UNLV guy, so...
Beto?
Brian Keefe.
Okay.
Is he rigging the games?
They love him there. He's a player development guy. And actually, to his credit, the young players look like they have life.
They're great.
They look like they have life. Like they might be like
they
Sar
drafted
looks
Johnny
okay.
Davis a few years ago, and Johnny Davis is already out of the league. That wasn't Brian Keefe's guy. He got Keyshawn George looking great. Sar's looking great.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say great, but they're looking good.
They're looking good. They look like they have a future potentially.
This is a 15-20 win type team, though. You guys agree, right?
Who? Wizards?
Yeah,
Wizards.
20 wins.
I think
20 wins would be a miracle.
20 wins.
I said 15 to 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
10 to 20. I mean, they're in that. It's a teenish win.
Like, Pacers are 2-13.
Now, to be fair, they're completely decimated.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but what a fall from grace from going.
They're one game away from winning the championship to now.
They might win the lottery. Thanks to who had their pick and gave it back. I think it might have been New Orleans.
Joe Dumars?
I think Joe Dumars.
No, I thought he traded that pick to the Hawks.
He traded their own pick to the Hawks. The Pelicans traded their own pick to the Hawks, and they traded the Pacers pick back to Indiana. That was top 4 or top 3 protected. So they could have potentially had 2 high lottery picks this offseason, and now they have none.
All because of Joe Dumars.
Can they just move here, the Pelicans?
I think they're going to be. They're going to award.
Is Vegas going to get a team?
I think so.
Yeah, I thought it already got approved.
It's. I mean,
is it expansion or is it?
It's going to be an expansion. No, nothing's gotten. There's been no definitive word yet, but like the running thought is that
Silver would say he wants expansion rather than relocation.
and
I think that would be better for Vegas.
they would be
Seattle will get a team.
Yeah, it would be
too.
Seattle and Vegas. So then you'd have to
just put the Pelicans
realign
and the T-Wolves and the
Memphis or
Memphis
something.
in the East.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
that
the
makes
East.
sense.
But I mean,
Oh,
New
Jaw's
Orleans
going to get traded. That's another thing. Jaw's on the market right now. He's not happy with the Italian coach because he has weird sub patterns. I guess.
finish.
Yeah. And then the other guy,
I mean, what's the market for Ja? Timberwolves.
What do you want? I mean, he's like a '90s player.
Well, and he's
But-
really mercurial. Like you don't know what you're going to get from him. Like
he might go Instagram live and point a gun at the camera.
yeah,
or
in
he
the
might,
strip club.
or he
Yeah.
might beat up a kid because
He loses a pickup game at home.
yeah. Another knucklehead on the market, shout out Jimmy, is LaMelo Ball. Today he just kind of requested a trade. It's rumored that he's done with New Orleans. He's done with Charlotte. For whatever
It's
reason,
crazy.
they
He might
actually
be
got
the dumbest
Contenball.
person in the NBA. I just heard him say,
he soured the Timberwolves during the pre-draft
yeah.
process because they said, "What do you want to do after basketball?" And he says, "I want to be the president of the United States."
It might not be too far off though.
no, he said this. He said, Michigan is in Detroit. Not the other way around.
I didn't hear that one. I haven't
said
heard that one. That's wild.
It's him like when he's like 18. I think he's like a kid and they're driving him. And he's like, all I know about Detroit.
It's in Michigan.
No. He said it backwards. He said, all I know about Michigan is it's in Detroit.
That's funny.
And he's like, my mom's from Detroit. He thought Detroit was.
Oh wow! And his mom is from
His
there.
mom's from there.
That's
what I'm
bad.
saying. That's really bad. And it's not. I mean, again,
I think it's probably worse.
it's not like Detroit is New York City, but it's not Ames, Iowa.
I also
mean,
think
it's a major.
People
It's a
have
major.
heard of
city.
it before.
Yeah.
it's
I
worse
mean,
that he said
Jesus.
What? Your mom is from there.
Your mom's from there.
Like,
How do you not
come
know
on,
that?
It's worse that he said he believes he could be the president of the United States when he's done with his NBA career.
I was. Jimmy,
worse.
I don't know if Jimmy was watching this, but I was actually considering just saying, bringing up one of these dumb basketball arguments that is just going to piss off somebody.
Yeah.
Is Con Knippel the best player on the Hornets?
I don't disagree.
He could be. Yeah.
At this moment, I think he is.
I was
think
just-
he does all the above.
I was just going to bring up John Shire at Duke, and I keep saying this about the guy, and everybody kind of looks at you like, yeah, maybe you're right. He had Flag and Kneppel, and they didn't win it.
They also had another NBA player, Zion James, which he's on the
And
Hornets
He's
too.
starting for
They
the
didn't
Hornets as
start-
well.
they didn't just not win it. Like, it wasn't like they came into the game and got blown out. They blew like a 10-point lead with like 2 minutes to
minutes.
go.
Trust me, I remember the game. I had money on the game. I was pissed.
I'm just, if I was a Duke fan, I'd be sitting there saying, is this guy, and it's not a fair comparison because they're never going to have a coach as good as Coach K, but I don't think he's even close to Coach K.
Well, he is getting the talent. He's bringing it in, and eventually,
But I'm
the
talking
talent will win out.
Nah, it doesn't work that way in sports
For these
sometimes.
young guys, for them, they
Look
couldn't
at Calipari.
For us, they couldn't.
They just
inbound
beat
the
Winthrop
ball.
by a point.
And there was a brawl at the end.
Yeah,
of that.
you saw that. They beat him by a point.
I didn't see that one.
Arkansas beat Winthrop by a point. 64-63. He said we're gonna do middle school shit. It's 5 passes before a shot. He said that
That's pretty good.
in the press conference. He said that. These young guys don't know how to win.
No, again, Duke couldn't inbound the ball, and they had 4 guys go to the NBA. I forgot about the dude on the Suns, center Malawach. They have 4 NBA guys
And you
in
can't
the
get the
NBA
ball
right now.
inbounds.
They couldn't inbound the ball.
See, I have to go after, like, to me, if you're Shire,
Call a timeout and tell your.
I feel like Coach K would have won that game. That's all I'm saying. He would have he is not blowing a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to make the Final Four, right?
Yeah.
That
No,
the
it
Elite
was
Eight.
to go to the final game.
No, that was to make the Final Four.
Oh, what?
Because all 1 seeds made the Final Four this last year.
You're right.
But still,
Oh no, yeah,
Duke would have been playing.
They were a 1 seed. It was to go to the championship game. All 1 seeds.
Duke was the 4th 1 seed? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. 100%.
Yeah, so
they were
it
the
was-
2nd 1 seed.
It was to make the national championship.
Exactly.
Game.
Coach K's not blowing that game.
I don't know about that. I think there's plenty of times they've blown it.
With a 10-point lead with 2 minutes?
Not even 2 minutes. It was like I think a minute 20.
Yeah, I've never seen
It was bad for us. We were watching
Coach
it
K,
here.
I mean, he's coached for 40 years. I'm
Yeah.
sure he's had a loss. That's bad. He's also got 5 national championships.
The worst loss in the national championship
but I'm just-
game against UNLV, 1990.
I just think Shire, I don't know if he's the guy. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think Shiloh's the guy either.
I think he's fine.
So what about UNLV for us? Do you have anything to say about UNLV basketball?
Who cares?
I gotta say, as soon as I saw who they lose to in the first game,
Tennessee Martin.
I texted my friend Brett and I said, I don't think I'm going to go to one game this year.
Then they lost another game. Their first 3 games were against Tennessee Martin, Chattanooga.
They beat by 50.
And
they lost to Montana.
And then Montana, which they lost at home. And then they went on the road and they
won at Memphis.
They won at Memphis. And they're actually playing right now.
What's the score?
I'm guessing this is going to be really positive.
Let me say this about college basketball. You have...
they're playing against respectable team, St. Joseph's.
Okay.
And they're up 6 with 9 minutes left. These games have been really, really high scoring, so that leads.
Is that a neutral site or is that in Philly?
No, it's here at Thompson Mack.
Oh, okay. That's way different. We are so early in college basketball right now. You cannot overreact. You have to relax.
Speaking of overreaction and being early, shout out Fernando. He thinks Gonzaga's going to win the whole thing, which it could happen, but probably not, right? Zags have an older team. I think their average age is 23 something. So usually that tends to favor it, or when teams are older, it tends to say they could win, they should win because they have the experience.
I mean, I know Gonzaga.
What do you guys think about that?
I know Gonzaga will be there, but again, it's the thing that's always the way Gonzaga is almost set up. It's very difficult. It's always going to be tough for them to win a national championship just by the conference they play in. Yes, they can do their non-conference in the beginning of the season and they can play anybody. They played, Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan, Michigan State, you can name them all. They played them. But that's fine. You play that in the first third of the season. Then the final 2/3 of the season, you're in conference play. They're in the West Coast Conference. They're playing Pepperdine. They're playing San Francisco.
Yeah.
And then you're in the tournament. I don't know. It's a jump. It's a jump up. I wouldn't count Gonzaga out. They're usually always ready to play. I've not watched them that closely. I did see them kill Creighton, Creighton's never bad. So to blow out Creighton anywhere is impressive. It's too early for me to pick.
I like seeing the goofs.
I would say this: the team that has impressed me the most so far early in college basketball has been Arizona. I'd have to say Arizona. They have
with Pete, right?
Pete.
Actually, that segues perfectly into the most interesting thing I think of the season is that this is a loaded class,
and they've all looked good.
They've all looked pretty good.
Up to the
so you have Boozer, you have DeBansta, you have Nate Ament in Tennessee,
Pete,
Caleb Wilson at North Carolina, Pete in Arizona.
Williams has been Caleb Wilson, the guy who the crazy long dunks.
Yeah. And then I know I'm missing another big one.
Yeah, 1 second.
Darren Peterson, but he's been hurt.
I'll even say this: he's a 5-star. Trey McKinney at Michigan. He's not like a lot. He's not coming out, but he was a 5-star. He's actually looked good as a true freshman. He hasn't looked bad. There has been a lot of true freshmen look pretty good.
And then Louisville has a kid who's going to be a high pick.
Louisville's good. They just beat Kentucky.
Yeah.
Mikel Brown.
Mikel Brown Jr., yeah.
I think Kentucky's I will say this. There's some teams I think Michigan's a little overrated. I actually think Michigan State's a little underrated thus far. I think Kentucky is a little overrated. St. John's might be a little bit overrated a little bit.
They lost their first game.
Yeah. Houston has looked good.
Yeah, Houston,
Purdue's their number one. They haven't looked bad. It's early, though. You got to, I don't know. Injuries will have a factor. Teams do get better. You get teams right now.
When these young guys go.
Yeah.
Usually they don't start off this hot, but like we just highlighted, the young guys came in kind of hot.
Like I'm saying Michigan's overrated. They're overrated, but they also have a bunch of new transfer portal guys.
Well, yeah,
it's a whole new team.
Danny Wolf to the pros.
Yeah.
Who was your center last year?
Golden.
But they got Lendeborg.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of transfers.
Yeah.
We lost.
That's
Donaldson.
You have to work.
It's a whole new team essentially, so it's got to get all the chemistry.
Yeah.
They're going to look different. They should look different how they look now in 2 months.
100%, right?
So, and that's for a lot of these teams. Anything else NBA related? Anything else with the betting scandal that's come on?
Nothing actually recently. And surprising, now you brought it up. It's almost kind of like it got a little bit quieter.
That's because of some other scandals going on with with some politics.
Illinois doesn't look. Illinois looks good too. Peja Stojakovic's son, he looks like he can play.
Yeah.
Andre.
With the NBA scandal, though, it did get confirmed that Billups told some guys, some mob guys, some bettors, whatever, that he was going to bench his starters early on in the game. So to bet the under. So you did say that, Faraz? Like it was highlighted in the Rozier stuff?
That's a bad one.
But it did get confirmed. Shout out Billups. That's right here, but it's not looking good. But he is forever a champion.
Who's rookie of the year so far? Still Wemby? Or Edgecombe?
No, I'd say
Knipple?
I'm still gonna choose Flag. I'm gonna stick with Flag.
I think it's.
I think he's like third right now.
Yeah, I'd say it's Knipple pretty convincingly right now.
No, I was watching his highlights. I'm like,
he's playing. Good. He looks like he looks like he's a vet.
His 3-point shooting is amazing.
He's been shooting the lick out.
He didn't shoot that well at Duke.
No, I think shot
40% though.
And actually, who's come back to who's actually pretty good. And Billy, if you're listening, but Reed Shepherd.
Reed Shepherd.
He can shoot.
He's playing great overall.
His defense is bad.
Did he improve his defense?
Yes, his defense. He's getting a lot of deflections. He's getting a lot of steals.
There's effort there, but he's going to be always at disadvantage because of his size and because of his athleticism.
Well, he's like 6'3" for a point guard. He's not like super small.
See, I still don't view him as a point guard.
It was Kevin Durant, and was it Cade or was he talking to LeBron? Well, there's one with Durant and Cade talking, which is a good interview. You should watch that because Durant was asking Cade, "Did you want to go to Detroit or Cleveland when his year coming out of the draft?" And he said, "I didn't want to go to Cleveland." And he's like, "What's the difference between Detroit and Cleveland?" He's like, "There's not much, but there are differences between the franchises."
Detroit.
How he looked at it. The Pistons, they've had Isaiah Thomas. They've had more legendary players than the Cavs historically.
100%.
They've won more championships.
Yeah.
Always why.
I don't know if a player cares about that though necessarily.
That's what he said. He said, "I feel like I was going to a better organization than
better organization."
I'm sure every player that gets drafted by the Kings is like, "Fuck."
I do think it. For us, I think it. If you're a young guy right now and you're watching the Pistons and you're watching Cade. Or you watch Grant Hill, or you watch, I don't know, the Pistons. There are some organizations I would not want to go to.
Yeah, but you have Cade. They were the number one, they were fishing for a number one pick for a reason. They were not doing so hot. And Cleveland wasn't that far removed from winning its title. Granted, it was with LeBron, and obviously a lot has changed since then.
If we're being honest, though, does Cleveland, if they never get LeBron is the only reason they won it, and they barely won it with him.
They won comeback.
Is Mitchell going to win the championship for the Cavs this year? Probably not. You just know it's probably not going to happen.
I actually like the Cavs out east.
I'm not saying they're not bad. They're not bad, but
I don't think you guys should write them off this year. Do I think they're going to actually win it? No, I think the team out west is going to win it. The West has looked unbelievable.
That was a red flag for me, though, how they went out so easily in the playoffs last year.
It's weird.
They just weren't even competitive.
Well, there
were injuries, but Mobley's looked like he's taken a step up. He looks like the real deal. Not only on the defensive end, but his offense is coming around.
Who's your MVP of the NBA right now?
I'm probably going to go Jokic. I said that a few weeks ago. I'm going to stick with Jokic. I don't know if they'll give it to him again.
You go Jokic or SGA.
See, it's hard for me to say SGA because, they're blowing teams out so much. And I hate to knock the player, but I think the team is too good to give.
They found another guy too, AJ Mitchell.
Yeah.
Thunder. Yeah. They have another guy.
They're the best.
They're the best team. They're the best
organization.
They're the best run franchise in pro sports.
They just get rid of guys though. We get rid of Durant, Westbrook, and Harden, and we just get guys that are better.
And they win a championship.
That's what I'm saying. Easier to win. I know people love those three players and they're iconic.
Yeah,
but they never won a title with the Thunder.
They traded 3 MVPs.
Yeah, and just won a championship.
And they won a champion, or they didn't trade Durant, but they lost. They had 3 MVPs on the team at the same time.
He left them. He signed with the Warriors, right?
Yeah.
This may be a hot take. I actually think the Thunder this year could beat the Jordan Bulls, the Warriors records. I think they could go 73 and 9.
73 and 8. Or
it's
73 and 9 is the Warriors record.
I think they could go.
They'd have to go 74.
They're technically on pace. They're 15 and 1 right now. I think they could beat the record. SGA is usually pretty healthy, and they have such a loaded
Yeah, I mean
roster.
that's all that's going to come down to is injury. If can you stay healthy?
Yeah.
You know, it's
I think they have the roster to do it. And this could be the first back-to-back team we've seen in 10 years. Almost 10 years. I know the Warriors won like 8 years ago, back-to-back, but this has been the decade of parity of the 2020s.
Faraz, what are your early returns on Mike Brown so far?
God, I hate the Knicks. I hate him.
You guys are hurt right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
Have you seen any difference with him as the coach compared to Tib, like for better or for worse?
I mean,
you guys are 9-5. It's not like you're 2-10.
yeah. Well, I mean, the big thing is they finally won on the road, and they, escaped against the Mavs.
Shaman had 36 or something, right? It was
the other not last night, but a couple nights ago he had 36. It's kind of wild. Yabusele seems like he might be the worst player in the NBA.
What happened?
He showed up out of shape and he hasn't done anything at all. He's horrible.
Just watching that game briefly, I watched the last quarter against the Mavs. The vibe feels different with the Knicks. It feels way more loose.
It is. It is way more loose.
I don't know if that's good.
I don't think that's good for Cat. I think Cat needs structure. I think he needs somebody on his ass, telling him what he needs to do.
I think, well, like you said, it's early. I haven't been too encouraging. That's just because they've been pretty bad on the road.
But that's a sign of poor coaching, though. A bad road record. I think it is. It is. Usually.
I mean, I didn't want Mike Brown.
Yeah, I know.
Who wants Mike Brown?
I just think they probably should have stayed with Thibodeau in retrospect.
I can understand why they wanted to make the move.
If they keep him, so they lose in the playoffs and then they fire him?
I don't understand. I don't know.
Yeah, what if you would have kept Tibbs? What would have been the actual breaking point then? I don't think.
I don't know because the way they lost,
beat the Celtics.
The way they lost the Pacers series, that's a traumatic way of losing in terms of that game one.
Yeah,
you can't.
Was that Thibodeau's fault though?
You can't say it isn't.
For Halliburton making a crazy shot?
For blowing a big lead like that, and they couldn't stop him.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't.
Somebody's gonna fall on the sword.
Again, if it was Thibodeau and you had
and there were
we're getting Rick Carlisle, or we're getting this coach that's great coach.
They wanted to get all these coaches that were under contract, and then at that point, what team is going to try to help out? Competitors.
The Knicks. Yeah, at all teams.
All right, guys. I think that wraps up this week of Club Rats. We'll get back to it probably next week.
Nope, not next week. Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there. Don't eat too much turkey.
See you in 2 weeks.
We'll see you in 2 weeks, and then obviously we'll have a complete picture of college football. We'll know everything at that point.
And the
NFL will have a good.
Even the NFL, it's going to shape up way better.
If the Lions beat the Giants and the Packers, they're probably going to win that division.
Yeah.
If the Packers win, they're probably.
It says a lot. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're the Club Rats. I'm Jesiah.
I'm John.
Faraz.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Remember to like, subscribe, comment. Peace.